In the first behind the scenes news segment, I showed you what I do as a journalist, but there's a lot more people that are working here than just me. Ryan here is our local meteorologist, and he tells us the weather every single day. What's cool is we've got this green screen, and we can be anywhere we want to be.
So I am the chief meteorologist at KRTV and KXLH, and my main job is to put a weather forecast together, and then that weather forecast airs on television to all of our viewers so they can prepare for what's coming in the future days as well as the future week. And I also do post different graphics on social media so that way people are aware online of what's coming weather-wise. I look at, I think, about 10 different models. So there's a lot that I'm looking at, and they predict what's going to happen in the short term as well as the long term. I look at all the different models, so different models for Great Falls and then different models for Helena. In the short term, we have more models to go off of, which is why we trust the short-term weather forecast more, whereas in the long term, there's less model data to go off of, which is why there's variation as we go through the week in the weather that we see for those later days. And then I put it together into something that you guys see on TV called the 7-day forecast. So basically, once I have the 7-day forecast put together, then I can go into our graphic system, and the first thing I build is the 7-day graphics. During our newscast, we do first weather and our weather teas at the weather center, which is basically where I'm at for most of my day. When I do my full weather forecast, I can't actually look behind me to see what I'm pointing at because we're doing it in front of a green screen. So the weather graphic gets aired on top of the green screen, so that way at home you guys see me in front of the weather graphics that we have showing. And in order to see what I'm actually pointing at, we have a TV to my right as well as a TV to my left, which is why whenever you watch any weathercaster, we're always looking to the side so that way we can actually see what we're pointing at. When you're looking at yourself on a camera, it's exactly like a mirror. So when you're actually pointing to the right on TV, you're pointing to the left, and then when you're pointing to the left on TV, you're pointing to the right, which is definitely something that's complicated to get used to the first time that you do it.
Now with the news done and the weather recorded, it's time to get it on air. But we'll save that for our next segment of
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Tim McGonigal with a look at some stories we're
Behind the Scene News Team. In Great Falls, I'm James Rowland, MTN News.